host this tournament. We look forward to getting back down to Sri Lanka in a couple of weeks. But all right, this is such an eye-catching stadium, and what a wonderful facility. Well, it'd be the envy of a lot of the Asian nations, Hong Kong included, as the TMO staff get themselves in the action a little bit there with a bit of a wave. But it is an absolute picture today. And as we look, it's enjoying the beautiful conditions. Next up, China will be playing Singapore, and this should be interesting. China will be using a new group of women after making their selection for the upcoming World Series. China, Singapore, and from the Chinese team that played in Hong Kong, Yan Yan Gu has been elevated to the World Series squad, which will be making its way, or winging its way, internationally. So the Asia Rugby 7 series proving to be a great training ground. Here they come now in the striking red strip, of course. It's China and the hard-working and ultimately durable Singapore side. China first. Yang Fei and Hong Ting Ruan, probably two of the players to watch. Singapore, well, Eunice Chu, Jane Chan, and Alvina Ao Yong. Three of the familiar names. Here's our referee, Ai Yoshida of Japan. Met Ai in the elevator at the hotel today, which was quite nice. And referee making her way in the game. Singapore start out. China. Playing it back to play it forward, as we often see in sevens rugby. There's a go right from the base of the ruck, and it's points on the board for China as number 8, Fei Yang, or Yang Fei, fires it in for China, and we're not even 30 seconds into the game. That was just a simple pick up and go. Performed well in Hong Kong with 3 tries. Has a ton of pace. It's converted. 7 points to 0. Look at this. Singapore just caught napping. And we know this lady does have tremendous pace, but her pace off the mark is probably where she wins most of the races. Her ability to cover that opening 20 metres is startling, and a lot of the tries that she does score seem to come from standing starts. China, the restart, and they push it wide, trying to utilise the sun on the Singapore side. In Singapore, we see a lot of their sevens rugby operating between the touch and the 15-metre line. They like to keep their targets nice and close. The Chinese look to swamp the breakdown. Singapore happy to keep the ball in hand. Use the touch line. Almost leveraging their way up. It's 2 penalties on the trot now for China. They'll need to be careful. Referee Yoshida not happy with the way the Chinese were entering the breakdown. Well, a little bit of deception at the back led to a turnover at the front. And China now not seeing any space. They're almost able to break the line here at will, the Chinese runners. They keep the pressure up on the short side. Again, it's Yang Fei Fei. Takes it to ground. Pushed wide by Wang Yu Yu. Now they go even wider. Far side, in fact. They really are applying the blowtorch to the Singaporean defence. They've spread them wide. And they're taking their time to get across. China now using the ball well. Up to the 10-metre line. It's a breakaway again by Yang Fei Fei. Fei Fei again. Yang Fei Fei. Dots down twice. 3.5 minutes gone in the first half, and it's the 5th try of the series for this strongly built speedster out of China. And 12-0 the score with this kick to come. As Su Chi slots the conversion. Singapore just not quite able to cover. Yang Fei Fei, and surely must be another player from this Chinese program managed by Chad Shepherd, the New Zealander, that continues to turn over these little gems. China, the restart, 14-0. They lead 2 converted tries to none. Singapore keeping that ball nicely trying to keep it nicely under control. But Chinese defence through Shen Ying Yang causing them some problems. Singapore still find no real space. Good, strong run though, look at that. That's determined stuff. Penalty for China, and they won't waste their time hanging around here, the Chinese ladies. Good D, that's great D. Spot tackle coming in from Singapore, but they've got the ball, and you see the difference between the two sides in terms of handling. Chinese, no problem putting distance on their passes. They like to use the width of the pitch. Singapore forced to chase them. Good lines, great lines so far. Number 9 in the action, Hu Yu. And it is Yu. That takes the 3rd try for China. Watching, probably from the deck chair in Fiji, Bulavanaka. Conversion attempt is, well, proven too difficult. 19 points. Let's take a look at this. Just some good changes of direction in the end, defeating the Singaporean defence. They are a class above at the moment, China. They really are very, very strong indeed. And this Chinese Women's Sevens program continues to develop and impress. Penalty, claiming the ball from an offside position. And Singapore at the death of the first half get to play on. So, last shake of the tail for Singapore in this first half. breakaway, and Singaporeans take the sanctuary of the sideline to head into the break. 19 points to 0 behind China, who have come out and shown they've got the game underway. They have brought the show to town, and it seems to be working pretty good. 2 opening tries to Yang Fei Fei for the halftime score of 19-0. And a try to number 9 Hu Yu, as social media is being updated as we speak. You can keep up with us on Facebook at asia.rugby. Not too sure if we'll be able to send you the food boxes though. They look like they're going out the door pretty smartly. And Asia Rugby on Instagram and Asia Rugby Live. And the Asia Rugby Instagram account has been on fire in recent months. Did a tremendous job down in the Asian Games. Lots of great images, plenty of fun. Asia Rugby on Twitter. We're accepting your tweets at Asia Rugby. And hopefully you'll engage with us. We'll be happy to engage with you. As well as that, still more people climbing into the Facebook Live feed as the teams get ready to return from the half. Trying to